it was the United States Junior Closed Tournament, and the players seem to be quite strong. The white player is a FIDE master, the black player is a national master. Currently this is white to move. And now I'd like you to try to implement the rules of defense that we have learned. So, first of all, you can ask yourself, what are the aggressive attacking ideas, potential ideas of your opponent? So if you're playing white, you need to ask yourself this question. Which potential attacking ideas black can execute? How can black try to attack? Obviously, black will try to attack the white's king, and there are not so many ways for black to do so. Actually, maybe the only way to attack the king somehow is to bring the queen along the 7th rank to g7 and after that to h6. But if black can play that, it's gonna be fatal for white. This is just mate. Okay, this is the first thing which we just realized, the black's attacking idea. After that, we need to apply another rule of defense. We know that if you can see an opponent's piece on your half of the board, you need to take actions against it. You need to either exchange it or push it away. With that in mind, let me ask you, what should white play now? How should white stop black from executing his attacking idea? Very good. Almost all of you have suggested the move rook to a2, and this is definitely correct. There is the opponent's intruder on your half of the board, you need to take actions against it. You can play rook to a2. Yes, you can play any rook to a2. If you have these rules of defense in mind, you would play such a move automatically. So when I saw this position, the move rook a2 was one of the very first move which I thought about. So you can spot such ideas very quickly, within a few seconds. While in the actual game, white player took on the a6 and black replied with queen g7 and the game was over. So white was lost. You can see how important these defensive ideas are. While ignoring them, white lost the game instantly. Well, his position was actually not that bad. Let's come back to the actual game. Indeed here, I think that instead of rook to a6, the best way would be to play rook to a2. Surprisingly, even after that, there is one very shocking way, I would say, for black to still win the game. But the way is very difficult to find, and I think there would be tremendous chances for white to save the game or even win it, because it's really difficult for black to find the right way. The right variation starts from rook to c6. At very first glance it seems like white is in trouble because the queen is trapped, but upon closer examination you will see that white has a nice counterblow. White has the move bishop takes d5. And then white is putting the pin on the black's rook, and this time it seems like white is winning. White just captured the pawn, the very important central pawn, but it turns out to be the same. Black has the way for a win, but it is, again, a very tough idea. Black needs to trade the white's bishop and then to play g5. After that, black is preparing a discovered attack on the white's queen with the move rook to h6. It's gonna be check on the white's king, and also it's gonna attack that queen onto d5. Even if white plays king g2 and removes his king from that check after rook h6, then danger comes from the other side. Black can continue with rook to c2 and deliver that check from the other square. Okay, some students asks, what if queen to f3 on the previous move? Well, queen to f3 would save the queen, but black can play g4 instantly. So if you try queen to f3, black would play g4 straight away. And that way he would win the game easily. Anyway, that idea of playing g5 was very shocking, very unexpected, and I think that in a real game, black maybe wouldn't find it, and white would keep playing in the game. Okay, let's go next. So here we just seen the great importance of following the rules of defense and keeping them in mind.